The phone screen glows in the dark, her text searing into my eyes. I'm working late again tonight. Big project. The words sit there, cold and familiar, the 5th time this month. My thumb hovers over the keyboard but no reply comes. The apartment is silent except for the hum of the fridge, a low drone that fills the space where her voice should be. I sit on the edge of the couch, the worn fabric rough under my palms, staring at the coffee table where her half-empty mug from this morning still sits. Lipstick stains the rim, a faint pink crescent. I want to believe her. I always want to believe her. But the air feels heavy, like it's pressing the truth into my chest, and I can't breathe past it. The clock ticks past 8 p.m. The city outside our window hums with life, car horns, distant laughter. But inside, it's just me and the weight of her absence. I picture her at the office, hunched over her laptop, her dark hair falling over one shoulder as she types furiously. That's what she'd want me to see. But my mind betrays me, conjuring other images. Her phone angled away from me last night, her quick smile when I asked who she was texting, the way she said, "Just work stuff. Too fast, too light." I shake my head, trying to push it away, but doubt is a splinter lodged deep. I stand pacing the living room, my bare feet cold against the hardwood. Her jacket isn't on the hook by the door. She forgot it this morning. Rushed out with a kiss that felt like an afterthought. I check my phone again, nothing new. I open her last message, scroll up through our thread. "Miss you," I'd written 2 days ago. "Miss you too," she'd replied, but it took her 3 hours, and the words felt hollow, like an echo of something she used to mean. I tell myself I'm overthinking. Work has been intense, she's told me that. Her promotion depends on this project. But the splinter twists, and I wonder when I stop being part of her plans. The kitchen smells faintly of the pasta I made for dinner, hoping she'd be home. The plates sit untouched in the sink, sauce congealing. I pour a glass of water, the faucets drip loud in the quiet. I think about calling her, but what would I say? "Are you really at the office?" The question feels like a betrayal, but so does her absence. I set the glass down too hard, and water sloshes onto the counter. My reflection in the window looks like a stranger, tired eyes, clenched jaw, a man unraveling. I sit back down, open my laptop and stare at my own work. Emails unanswered, deadlines looming. But my focus drifts to her. I think of the early days when late nights meant takeout on the floor, laughing until we couldn't breathe. She'd rest her head on my shoulder, her fingers tracing lazy circles on my arm. Now her touch feels like a memory I might have invented. I open a browser, my fingers hesitating before typing her company's name. Maybe I'll check their site, see if there's some big project I missed. But instead I find myself on her coworker's social media, Mark, the one she mentions too often, with a laugh that doesn't reach her eyes. His profile is public and there's a photo from tonight. A bar, neon lights, a group of colleagues. She's there in the background, her smile bright, her hand resting on his arm. My stomach drops. The room tilts. I zoom in, my heart pounding so loud it drowns out the fridge's hum. It's her navy blouse, the one she wore this morning, the one she said she'd change out of because it was too stuffy for work. I close the laptop, my hands trembling. I tell myself it's nothing. A team outing. She didn't mention it because it was last minute. But the splinter is a knife now, and it's cutting deeper. I grab my phone, type a text. "How's work going?" I delete it. Too needy. Too obvious. I try again. "Hope you're surviving the project. Want me to save you some dinner?" I hit send before I can overthink it. The message sits there, delivered but unread. I stare at it, willing those 2 blue ticks to appear, but they don't. The silence is louder than ever. I walk to the bedroom, the air cooler here, the bed unmade from this morning. Her side is a tangle of sheets, a reminder of how she rushed out, promising to be home by 7. I open her nightstand drawer. Not sure what I'm looking for. Receipts, a hair tie, a half-read book. Then tucked beneath a notebook, a folded piece of paper. My fingers hesitate, guilt prickling my skin, but I unfold it. It's a note, handwritten, not in her handwriting. "Meet me at 7. Same place. M." My breath catches. The paper trembles in my hand. I tell myself it's work-related, a reminder from Mark about a meeting. But the words feel intimate, secretive, like they weren't meant for me to see. I sink onto the bed, the note crumpled in my fist. Memories flood in, her late nights, her distracted glances, the way she's been pulling away, So subtle I convinced myself it was stress. I think of the times I ignored the signs, told myself love means trust, means not asking questions. But love shouldn't feel like this, like a house built on sand, ready to collapse. My phone buzzes. Her name lights up the screen and my heart leaps then sinks. Hey, sorry, crazy night. I'll be home soon. No mention of the bar, no mention of Mark. I stare at the words, each one a tiny cut. I want to confront her, to demand the truth, but the thought of her lying, or worse, admitting it, terrifies me. I type okay, love you and hit send. The words feel like a plea, a last attempt to hold on to what we had. I lie back, staring at the ceiling, the note still in my hand. The apartment feels smaller, the walls closing in. I imagine her walking through the door, her smile bright but guarded, her excuses ready. I imagine myself staying silent, swallowing the pain, because losing her would hurt more than this doubt. But deep down I know the truth is coming, like a storm on the horizon. And when it hits, it'll tear everything apart. Hours pass, or maybe minutes. The front door clicks open. Her footsteps are soft, hesitant. Hey, she calls, her voice warm but strained. I don't answer. I can't. The note burns in my hand, and the weight of her lie presses against my chest. She steps into the bedroom, her silhouette framed in the doorway, and for a moment I see the woman I love. But then I see the truth in her eyes. Guilt, fear, and something else I can't name. You okay? She asks, her voice barely above a whisper. I hold up the note, my hand steady despite the chaos inside. Her face changes just for a second, but it's enough. The splinter becomes a wound, and I know nothing will ever be the same.